really don't like when they have two, but maybe that's like a narrative.
You really don't like when they have two what? What do you mean two grub spawns?
Like when they have to like, yeah, like if they get 6.
It's irrelevant this game.
So like
you just want to get Triforce and get onto the bot side.
Okay.
You want to get Triforce and farm this and farm this and farm this and fight here and take these and fight here with Triforce. You want to Triforce and destruct this side of the map. This is what you want to do. Because you having Triforce right now, you being 3-0, no one else, I can tell you right now, no one else is going to have a Triforce. This is when you said like, I want to gank top because this guy's struggling. That shouldn't be your thought process. Your mentality should be, okay, on my weak side timing, if there's a little free kill, I can go for it. I wrote it down here straight away when you were saying it. Oh, gank for this guy because he's struggling. Like this should just be wiped from your entire like mindset. Just wipe it. You have to think about put yourself in the driver's seat and do what's best for the game. What's up everyone? My name is Coach Leo and I'm an ex-pro jungler of 6 years, competing at events such as Worlds a total of 4 times, where I played against the best players across the globe. Now in 2024, I've been coaching hundreds of players to reach their dream rank. So if you've had enough of being the same rank every season and want to finally take action, book your first session and join the Jungle Gap Discord today. So I have some notes and we're mostly, again, going to be talking about the early game. We're going to quickly go over the first clear. It was mainly just with your W usage. I think everything else was pretty fun, like pretty decent. And I'm going to go over specifically the specifics of the clear. Maybe we'll go, I'll show you it in a practice tool afterwards. First thing, pulling this. Yeah, this should be like here right now. So that's the first thing.
I was just a little bit distracted.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, it's fine. Like it should be here. It should get smited. Yeah, I think you probably were distracted because like, you know, you have W, right? I don't know if this is something you usually do, just like not using it, but you kind of want to walk behind here and W through him like this.
Yeah, no, I do some of the times. Yeah,
or you just want to throw a max range W, but you didn't have it here. Or you'll just throw a max range W at this small thing and pull them all this way and then Q this way.
Yeah, I do normally do the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the W at that point, you should run behind and do this because your clear was still like, it didn't cost you the game obviously, but it should be much faster.
Okay.
And I think this E here, it's okay. I think this E is fine actually. I don't actually think it costs you that much time. Usually people just use E like as they're on the camp to get more of the attack speed, but I guess you can kind of say that you use it to get a little bit more move speed. So I think the main issue was that this first sequence was the main thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's
that was just a little bit distracted. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, everything was fine now. This bot gank was good. I think you should always try and go for the guy that Leona's going on there. I think you were trying, but you know, this guy just kind of blocked it, which is fine.
No, actually, I think I wasn't trying.
Okay, yeah. You should try it. Yeah. Try and go on Thresh.
But yeah.
Because the kill is a kill. Like obviously, ideally you'd want Kai'Sa, but the thing is, if you and Leona split your abilities, you might miss both.
No, I think you're totally right. And this is what happened. I'm not sure if you remember the last YouTube video you uploaded, but the Viego did like the exact same thing where he could choose between a guaranteed thing and
same thing. Yeah, and also in chat here we need to read that Thresh is the one with no flash. You see how like if these guys both had flash here, neither one of them are dying because Thresh will just like flash and you won't be able to follow. There won't be any damage to follow and kill. So it's really important that you go for the guy with. Okay, so good, really good base here. You should never go for the Raptors because you can think about this as you've chosen to do this over this.
Right.
So you should never go for Raptors. Even if Lee Sin didn't show crossing like this, he could be in base right now, right? Running here after his top gank. Yeah. So you should never ever go for that Raptors. Yeah. So very good. In terms of your buy, when you have 1,000 gold, you should buy triple longsword. You should buy these 3 in terms of your components for Triforce. This is just going to give you the most damage, the fastest clear speed, just everything.
Wow. Okay. Where would you put the Sheen? Whatever I bought.
Yeah. Where would you mean? Like in terms of ranking?
I'm just saying yeah, like so we just buy always damage first.
I would always it's secondary. So like you'd never ever buy this. You'd never ever try and buy this.
So
because
you go for the blue
want
sword thing on the right.
You want to prioritize this.
I don't know the names.
You want to prioritize. Wait, I'm streaming, right? You can.
Yeah, no, I can say. So like that blue sword on the right of the 3.
This one? Yeah.
You go for that one first. Yeah.
Yes, you should try and get this one first, then this,
and then another another dagger in between.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get this and then this and then this, or even like you just want swords, you could even buy this. Like if you had the spare 250, like swords and CDR is everything that you want because you want to be able to clear faster. This is the biggest reason why you would just. And also, I think triple swords is also helping you in combat as well. It's helping you everywhere. You'd never want to build like HP, for example, on a champion like Viego, because you're just looking to clear down as fast as you can on this next clear. Those swords will increase your it will definitely, like, for your tempo, it'll definitely take time off. And not only that, it's like your fighting power will be way stronger. This was a really good round. But what I want you to start thinking right now, like while you're clearing down, and we know that Lee Sin is on Krugs, or is about, he's basically, let's see where Lee Sin was before here. He shows here. So he just did Raptors.
His tempo is really bad.
Yeah, his tempo is really bad. He did Raptors. Then he tried to gank mid. Now he's going back to Krugs. So he's going on Krugs right now. He just hit this, as you could just see. He's on Krugs. So if he doesn't try and gank bot after Krugs, what is he doing?
He's going to recall.
He's going to recall. Okay, so when you know Lee Sin is going to recall here, right? He's going to recall and go to his top side 100%. What should we be thinking?
Should I just go straight to the dragon?
You shouldn't go straight to the dragon. What I wrote here is that you should 5 minutes bop slow push into dragon. So what's the wave state going to do right now when this is happening? It's going to bounce, right? Because the wave crashed into your tower, the wave's going to bounce. We should be thinking about dragon. Yeah. So you should still do wolves here. You shouldn't go straight to dragon yet, because you should value efficiency still. I think the bot lane just hard shoving was like a mistake they should do. But you could even communicate this back here, that like you could go ping on your way to this and then ping on your way to this. Just like give the communication of what you're doing. And so like if this Lucian was a good player, he could know like, okay, I'm going to slow push this instead and then crash the next wave. Now, obviously this is not something you don't have to worry about what Lucian does, but you do kind of have to like
have a game plan of what.
Have a game plan, yeah. Like you should definitely be looking at dragon here after Gromp. 100%.
Yeah, do you know what happened? I think that because like we acknowledged in the game that Lee Sin had bad tempo.
Yeah.
I didn't really correlate that with him having to go run back to top. Like obviously that's what he will have to do, right? Because he's just cleared his bot side, so he's gonna have to do it. And for some reason, I think if I'd been more sure of that, like the fact that he's now running top, like as we speak, then I think I would have had more confidence to like go into dragon.
Well, that's why I was telling you right here. That's why I was saying Lee Sin is gonna do Krugs, and then he'll have to do what? That's what I was kind of like alluding to. I was like, okay, you know, so this
Did
is
you
where
say that in game?
I think I said something. I think I said something like he's doing Krugs, and
you were trying to. Okay.
I was trying to like get you to I was trying to get you to prompt it. Yeah.
What I have in my mind when I feel that enemy jungler is behind tempo, my initial one is to like finish my clear and then try to like cut him off on his clear, I think.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's okay, but like you being ahead of tempo, how do I explain this? Okay, you being ahead of tempo, you don't have to immediately punish it.
No, yeah.
You don't have to immediately match him somewhere and punish it. Like the punish here could literally be that now you take dragon, he takes this, right? So it's 1-for-1, but then you end up getting his raptors. That could
right. That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. That's you punishing him for wasting time here. Remember, he also did like a raptor clear. So he did raptors, Krugs, red, full clear, gank top, cross, take raptors, try it. This is where he wasted time. So it wasn't actually that big of a tempo waste. It's not like he wasted his tempo like crazy, but you did have a slight tempo lead. And this is the punish. You get dragon and raptors, and he gets grubs.
Doesn't his like path thing? Did he started raptors? Doesn't that path thing also like kind of give you a bit of a tempo like jolt? Like doesn't it kind of slow you down slightly?
Well, this is what I always say. You're basically using the extra 30 seconds. You know how you full clear down and you had an extra 30 seconds to gank bot. He's basically doing a path that 30 seconds he can just use on himself.
But it also like kind of throws him off the rest of the
is
you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, this pathing is usually used for champions who want to just use that 30 seconds for himself. But Lee Sin specifically really likes to do this clear because it makes his full clear way faster. So like Lee Sin going E and then Q here. So E this, one shot it, Q to here, and then come back to the red. Makes his full clear way faster than just starting red. This path also allows him in a normal game to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come back 8, 9, and then he's actually recalling and pathing to bot. So this is what's good about this clear. Technically he could recall here, take grubs, and then do his raptors. But this is only if he had like good tempo. Right now his tempo is a little bit desynced where his raptors are going to spawn before his finish with grubs. The main thing that I want you to just think about here is I want you to start creating a plan around the enemy jungle's tempo and around where he needs to go. But this is also coming back to like also you just playing around your strong side. So this is all also coming back. I think you would be much more likely to come up with this plan if you were thinking more about win cons and the fact that, or just like playing around your strong side. Let's just say that for now, because Dragon is also really good for you in this game because it allows you to scale harder with these two champions. So I think win cons plus just playing around your strong side would also help you be like, oh, Dragon is gonna be a good thing here. Is a grub's important in this game, do you think?
I don't know. We don't have like any
split pushes, right? So grubs this game are literally just for an extra camp, like literally. So it's not even like you have to be severely overly valuing the grubs. So very, very simple game, this game for you. After you got that bot gank and you're clearing to bot, and you know this entire game plan this game is going to be play around bot, play around dragons, and use your tempo on the bot side. Very simple game plan that's going to be, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, because in a note here I have you saying like top gank because this guy is struggling, and this is the kind of thing that like I really think is going to cost you, because we spent so much time topside, even though bot lane was the lane that we could just be constantly destroying them. You know, any Leona alt lands, any form of spare tempo used on the bot side, it's just going to lead to something good. Whereas like top lane is like, there is that one time which we'll get to. We'll just get to it now. But yeah, 550 Dragon. Perfect timing for Dragon. Yeah. Perfect timing for your top camps to spawn. And also think about this as well. Like you just did full clear and base. Like you spent, okay, you did get 2 longswords, which wasn't too bad. It wasn't the worst base, but generally basing with like 600, 700 gold is like, you want to try and do something more with your tempo. Okay, so let's just say, for example, Lee Sin took this and didn't just run into us here. Like how bad, like he had bad tempo and he just gets an objective for free and we get nothing. Yeah. The saving grace of this play was that you're actually able to kill Lee Sin. But this is like not a high percentage thing you're going for. It's just hoping he messes up. It's hoping like this is like probably a 20% chance that you kill him. So we kill him. So that was a saving grace. Very, very good. And now, you know, this happens, whatever, we get scuttle and now we clear down again. So good. Everything's good. I think this isn't too bad either to kind of be like, hey, what's up, buddy? Like you can't push this anymore. I'm going to kill this wood. All of this, I'd prefer you already just to be like already getting to your raptors and already getting to this.
Okay, but how much is like saying goodbye to the top laner, like putting him out of my mind? Because I can do that.
I don't even want you to show. Like, I don't even want you to show on this ward that he places. You see him place it, right?
No, right. Like, but I guess going back to like what you said before, where I was like, I want to help out this guy who's struggling.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, what I'm doing this right now is just for the rise.
Yeah. Oh, right? Then 100% you should not be. Like, if it's to do with the rise, you should 100% not be doing it. Like, you should not care. You shouldn't care even 1%.
In my mind, if like bot's winning, I kind of use that as like a padding, and I can kind of try and go like mitigate other lanes. But that might not be good.
Yeah, and this is a problem that many junglers face, is that you need to do what's best for the game, which is always playing around your strong side generally, like 90% of the time. Of course, right, if you path up here and there's a free kill on him, it's not like you want to avoid the rises lane like it's the plague, but generally you're not going to get much top lane in comparison to bot lane. You always want to play to a strength rather than bandage a losing situation every time.
That's a good takeaway. Because like what I'm doing here, like what do I like spin time. I show on vision. Like if Lee Sin's got free.
Yeah, Lee Sin's just like, all right, let's go then. Let's fight this. Viego just showed topside.
Yeah, I alleviated like 5% of pressure for rise, like very little. So
yeah,
like,
I mean, it didn't matter at all. You lost your Gromp because of it. Yeah, that's it. You lost your Gromp because of it. That was the cost. And maybe, I mean, your bot lane didn't fight, which was good of them. Okay, some small mechanical stuff. This is okay, actually no, you just missed.
I thought he was gonna move.
I would have liked you to hold your W to chain CC. So like Leona's stun is gonna come in, right? So you just hold it for like the max duration. You get a longer stun. You also will potentially be able to find that. I mean, you're trying to CC chain, right? But he just didn't get the stun off yet.
I did hit him.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm the one. I think it's my assist here.
What I want it to be is like Leona E, Leona Q, then your stun.
Has he not queued him?
Yeah, I mean he's trying to. He had a difficult time. He queues right now. That's Leona Q. It's fine. Okay, I mean, it's not much to worth mentioning, but here as well, I think you should try and just like WQ.
WQ, yeah, okay.
So I want you to check your gold, and 2 things here. I want to check how much gold you need for Triforce, and I also want you to be more aware of your Krug spawn, because I think you had a little bit of an instinct here that it was coming up, but you were too early. So what you should do here is I would just go look for like his raptors, because I just have some time. I'm probably not going to do dragon. This is too risky. Lucian wants to base as well, but I'm just going to look for his raptors here, because I actually think his raptors are actually up. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're up, because what he did here was After grubs, or after he died here, he based. And then I think he went here and then went to bot. But he could have done both, but it's just like you run here, you check his raptors. All right, they're down. Okay, then you just base. Now you're still in time for your Krugs. But there was a small chance they were up here, and there was a small chance that you could have got Triforce off those raptors. So how much gold did you need? Okay, maybe not still.
But still,
the idea.
It would have taken a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it could have been,
yeah.
Could have been good.
Because, like, yeah, you're here a little bit ahead of your Krug time, which just could have been used for potentially, imagine having Triforce here, right? Yeah, so this is what I mean by you don't need to avoid top like the plague. If you think there's an opportunity like this and it's also your spare temper, your Krugs have not spawned yet, you can look for it.
Yeah, just like generally wasting time and
generally, yeah, if Rise wasn't TPing here, you should never go for this. You should just be on Krugs. Okay, so how to play this gank. So we should never kind of lead like this with W. We should always be just going up and queuing. If you can cut him off, you should always just Q auto first. Let Rise land his guaranteed snare and then press your W off that, or press your W when you're like right next to him in melee. So you always want to lead gangsters Viego, you always want to lead them with just Q smite. So smite here, Q him, walk up, auto attack. Let's just say you had done that now.
Yeah.
And now you have W for here. Rise roots him. This is where your W should be. If you had another Q auto here, you would Q auto W auto, and he would get one shot. Now, because you have nothing, I think he's able... Oh, he nearly got to the wall. Okay, if he gets to this wall, he teleports here, and he's out. But he doesn't, so you end up killing him, and...
No doubt about champion.
We don't know how to play this champion, it's all good.
Do you know how to play it?
I played it once in an A-roam, I think. Okay, this is very crazy. Okay, and it's all good. Fine. And then we take this. We should be thinking really, really fast about basing for Triforce. I actually would not even take these grubs. I mean, depending on the game state, obviously, if we had taken the dragon at 6 or 6 minutes, hindsight, you would base here Triforce and get second drag. Yeah, things have a butterfly effect. Yeah, like I just don't see this grubs play. Because think about it, you just killed Lee, right? You killed Lee Sin. Now you're doing this. What was the reason that you think you can take grubs here? What's the advantage? Lee Sin has no ult, you have no ult. What happens if they react to this?
Yeah, I mean, I have flash away, but in my mind, I'm only going for one.
Is that worth your tempo to go for one?
I really don't like when they have two, but maybe that's like a narrative.
You really don't like when they have two what? What do you mean two? Two grub spawns?
Like when they have to like if they get 6.
It's irrelevant in this game.
So you
just want to get Triforce and get onto the bot side.
Okay.
You want to get Triforce and farm this and farm this and farm this and fight here and take these and fight here with Triforce. You want to Triforce and destruct this side of the map. This is what you want to do. Because you having Triforce right now, you being 3-0, no one else, I can tell you right now, no one else is going to have a Triforce. And that's what you're trying to what you're trying to play on. Now, I think the fact that you did get all 3 grubs is fine, completely fine. But like the fact that if you had to just get off here for any reason, anyone could move on you here. Look at this picture. Is that worth it? You flashing and getting 1 grub. Of course it's not, comparatively to what you could be doing. So this is how you use your lead. You really need to make sure when you find those item spikes, doing your topside camps is fine, right? Because it's kind of efficient for you, right? If you just base, I mean, you could base straight off of here as well, but doing your camps is fine. Doing this is completely fine. You base, you run to bot side. Then you're synced up with these bot side camps that are spawning. You're fighting here. This is also the 940 thing. Let's just go back to when you actually said that. This is when you said like, I want to gank top because this guy's struggling. That shouldn't be your thought process. Your mentality should be, okay, on my weak side timing, if there's a little free kill, I can go for it. I wrote it down here straight away when you were saying it. Oh, gank for this guy because he's struggling. Like this should just be wiped from your entire like mindset. Just wipe it. You have to think about put yourself in the driver's seat and do what's best for the game. So then we get Triforce, and now we're going, see what I mean by you spent too much time on the weak side. Again, now we're back here again. Where should we be right now? Where should we be? Absolutely destroying the bot 3v3 without Triforce tabbies. You can see the problem right now when I'm talking about you.
Why did I come here? Is it because I took so?
You thought that you thought that your Krugs were spawning again.
Or was that after my void?
Yeah, this is after the grubs, and then you walk into his jungle. Also, just base here. Yeah, just base right here. It's safe to base here. But yeah, you just thought that your time was up again about when your Krugs were spawning. So then you run to red. Now you're waiting again for this. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna go help my friend out again. Waste more time. Bot lane in that time dies to a 3v3. Remember what did we do in the very first round? We 3v3'd around bot. We should just be doing that all game. Grubs are not relevant.
I've done this before.
Dragon, fight, dragon, fight. This is all you should be thinking this game. And then it's just GG. You win. Or you might win. Your team might still lose their mind in the mid game, but you'll win most of these games if you play like that.
Okay. As a rule of thumb, do you think dragon over rift over void grubs, unless there's like a for your Trundle or whatever on the enemy team?
I want you to think 2 things. Number 1 is what's efficient for you. What's efficient for you? Yeah. What's efficient for you? Like clearing down and then doing dragon was very efficient for you, right? To do dragon and then repeat that. So efficiency is definitely, if it was very efficient for you to take a grub, just even one grub, then I'm not telling you that the grubs are bad. I'm telling you that you should never be inefficient to take one grub, which is what you were doing when you had Triforce here. The second thing is obviously just playing to your strong side, your bot lane in this case. And I guess the third thing is that what you were just talking about. Are they a high priority this game? Because dragon for me in this game is a high priority because you have scaling.
Yeah.
You have mega scaling.
No, I agree. I don't know why I had like a blind side. Because you kind of saw it. I just don't think I was thinking about it clearly.
Yeah, and when you're in champs like that, this is the things that you should kind of be thinking. What's the value of grubs? Okay, I'm gonna take them if they're efficient. I'm just gonna view them like an extra camp. What's the value on dragons?
How often, okay, imagine you've got a strong bot side. And what percentage of games are you gonna like hard contest the void grubs?
What do you mean?
If
bot side is my strong side and grubs are irrelevant, I'll just take them if it's efficient. So let's say, for example, in this timer, when you're running out of base and they're alive, and you're on your weak side timer here. If I can just simply go like 1, take 1, 2, take 3, 3, I'll do that if it's efficient. Your view on a game like that, where your bot side is your strong side and grubs are irrelevant, you see them as an extra camp, an extra bonus XP for you.
No. But I'm trying to say like if they are relevant, like example.
They are relevant. Okay, but you have a strong bot side.
Like a Trundle. Yes, so you've got like a Trundle enemy.
Then the same thing you'll always do, match or trade. If you match on the grubs here, should you match? Are you stronger? If yes, go take them. If no, just go play to bot lane.
There are some games where you just let go of them, even if you think.
Yeah, let's say on this window right now, right? Let's just say you have a Trundle top versus a Fiora, and you can win this grub fight right now. You would ping Leona to come here and fight it with. That's what you would do here.
Okay. And if we can't win it, we just have to trade.
If you can't win it, you should clear your weak side camps first, and then go trade his camps while he's doing this, or just the dragon, or a bot dive.
Okay.
Same thing, match or trade. Yeah. Match if you're stronger. Make sure to micromanage your Leona to come here and fight. Your team is all able to fight because that's what we've basically analyzed, that we can fight, and you'll fight. But here I don't like this fight because your mid is a way weaker champion than Talon in this fight. They also have no ult, and your Ryze is way weaker as well than top right now. If you take the fight, yeah, you're just taking like the low percentage play rather than a guaranteed play on bot side. But you can also view what you're doing now as like kind of you using your early game lead, but you can see how much of a flip this was, how close it was. This could have gone either way. You could have also, in some games, you'll just have been dying here. And I think that was pretty much it for the early game. This is the main thing that I really, really wanted to cover. It was all about being in proximity to your strong side and playing around your strong side. Look at your bot lane, right? Your bot lane's doing so well all game.
Chilling, yeah. Honestly, could have been such a blowout.
And the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this game, which is kind of like the mid game. You see, like kind of top. Wait, was this the same? Yeah. Okay. No, this was this timer. Yeah, we're top again. We're top again when Lee Sin is bot, and we should be bot right now. We should be on our bot side camps. Okay, let's talk about the mid game now. This is the Viego's kind of identity thing. So generally as Viego, let's have a look at these two team comps. How do you think you should play like a team fight?
Okay, I think you said it before, front to back.
Front to back, because you have no diving champions, right? They do have very, very slippery champions. But essentially, all you're trying to do is stun whoever's in front. So if it's Thresh, kill Thresh. If it's Lee Sin, kill Lee Sin. If it's Talon, if Talon's diving on your Lucian and Ryze, you kill Talon. You're playing front to back. You're playing whoever's in front of you. You should never, ever, ever be trying to dive back lane. So let's watch this mid fight. I believe it happens in a second.
I feel like I only ever do that, by the way.
Front to back? Yeah, okay.
No. I only ever do the opposite.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Then this is going to be good to review. If you only ever dive, like Viego's not a diving, he's very flexible. There's going to be cases where you obviously can dive if you have other diving champions. If you have like a Malphite and like a Rumble, or like people are coming from like a pincer angle and they're coming from two angles and you're like pincering them, right? You can dive, you can ulti and get a reset. Obviously you're trying to get a reset most thing, but none of your champions in this game are diving with you. Leona, you could say is diving, but like all your other carries are not diving.
I like to get flanks onto the carries.
Flanking is fine to start the fight, but I'll show you. We'll use this mid fight as an example. Flanking is more like, it's more of an early to mid game thing. In late game, flanking won't work because your champion's not going to assassinate someone. It's not like a Kha'Zix, right? Where you can invis and one-shot someone. Basically, you don't do much on your own. Your kit is actually pretty weak mid to late game unless you're obviously just Giga Fed. Your whole kit is resets. Your whole kit is your ult in the mid-late game. Okay, so...
And anyone will do.
Anyone will do, yeah. Any reset will do. So this is good. Going on Thresh here is really good. Not trying to flank Kai'Sa here is extremely good because we just want to kill this Thresh. Okay, he flashes. That's fine. Then Lee Sin goes forwards, and then you go on Lee Sin. That's good. So keep watching whoever's going forwards. The fight is obviously just over now. Like you shouldn't be even looking for anything here. You should still just be looking. Okay, if Leona finds like a stun, you're going to cast your max range stun, but you should never be trying to overforce this now. Okay, Leona's going forwards. She doesn't find a stun. She flashes. Good. Okay, now we have 2 flashes. So now we definitely should try and back out. And obviously now we're in a little bit too deep. We try and back out. Okay, no. You played this fight actually not. You actually played this fight well. You constantly looked for the guy that was diving. I think your team just it was like too much overforce at this point. Yeah.
Even here, because we're kind of
well, the initial engage was already messed up, so now it's like kind of hard for you to do anything like that. Like look at the situation here with this guy. Like look at just the HP values.
Yeah, he's chilling. But so like even going for Kaiser's flash here is forced. I mean, there are 4 of us.
I mean, I think back here, as soon as Thresh, as soon as this happens, I see the fight as being over. But then Leona flashes in. So it's very hard. This situation is very hard because Leona overforces it. And then you go for this guy and it's kind of lost now. So we should be trying to think about cutting back. But no, this fight was not on you. I think you actually played this fight really well. In terms of like your identity, you were never like diving and stuff like that. Were there any other good fights to look at? Because this game genuinely was like your team just like losing their minds in mid game and consistently getting caught.
No, but like honestly, what you said earlier, like
that could carry the game.
Shouldn't have even really been here.
Yeah, that could have.
Like
carried
if we done it the early game, like we would have dragons.
Yep.
Bot lane tower would have gone way earlier. It would have just been way different.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, the last thing is just like, obviously we talked about the build. Sundered Sky is a way harder spike than Wits End. Wits End second is fine if you're versing like 3 AP.
Okay.
Sorry, Wits End is good versus 3 AP, yeah.
So
maybe even like mid-jungle AP, you could build it too, but...
Is the damage, like you know how it does magic damage on it, is that like negligible or is it...
I think they changed Wits End to what I believe, but I could be wrong about this. Some people are just calling it a bad item. I think they changed it so it was more of an early item because it's flat. It used to be like, it's MR. You are dealing like AP damage, but it's flat. It's a flat amount now. So basically, it's better the earlier you build it. It's not like a 4th item anymore, I don't think. Because it's a flat amount. It doesn't scale anymore with levels. But yeah, I think if you think about like Mercs, I think is not bad this game. They only have a Thresh hook. Let's think about like Mercs value. The Mercs value is decent because it gives you some MR. Yep. I don't really think you'll ever be finding yourself in a 1v1 where Tabbies is actually important versus like a Talon or a Lee Sin. I think Tabbies is still good this game. Yeah, I think you should have just not built MR. You should have sat on a null magic. So you should have just gone Triforce, Tabby, Sundered, and then a null or somewhere null between like Sundered and your next item, because HP is enough at this point before people start doing a lot of magic damage to you. And then you would have won this easily if you had Sundered Sky.
Because I'm kind of still getting back into like an 80.
80 champions. Yeah. Let's see. Was there anything else? I think there was one more fight, but I don't think it was your fault again. I think your team was just losing their minds. Oh yeah, this is where the Leona just got one shot
by the top laner.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
He just died here somehow.
It's brutal. Oh man, that item.
It's crazy. He just got. I mean, he is level.
It's crazy.
This Leona is level 10, and he didn't press his W, and the enemy guy is level 14. But I think like lastly as well, like if you were able to get those 2 dragons, I mean, I think because you're playing Korea solo queue as well, I think scaling generally is just going to be way worse. So like, your team picking like Rise top is kind of troll and kind of useless because scaling is you're playing on a fast server, so people are going to end games kind of quicker, and the general macro knowledge is going to be better. But in 100 games, I think getting those 2 dragons and letting your quote-unquote scaling champion scale can win you like most of them. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Also, like psychologically, like having dragons.
Well, I think if you were
team just gave up.
I think if you were to fight and take those first 2 dragons and continuously play around your bot lane, I think there's a chance that like there's a 3rd dragon fight and that you win it. I think that is also a possibility in this kind of game.